Hey everybody, I am back with another video showing you my solds from January. That's the month. Sorry, I have early Alzheimer's, I think. Um okay, so my first one is this came like I guess this sold January 3rd, I guess. So um going from the beginning to the end of January, I guess. So this is a cassette tape from a band called Ministry, who I really like a lot. Actually, Ministry is definitely one of my favorite bands. I found this at a Goodwill. I guess it must have paid 60 cents for it or so. And I knew it was something rare because this Ministry album actually, going into the history of the band a little bit, but they became an industrial and later thrash band. They're like metal, I guess. And this tape is their really early stuff. It's like more new wave, goth, I guess. And it sounds completely different than, I guess, their next album or so. So it was kind of a rare find. I knew maybe somebody would want it. Took, I guess, a month or so to sell, so it didn't stick around for too long. 15 plus shipping. The next thing, these took forever to sell. And I didn't sell it for 60. I sold it for $30. Which is pretty disappointing because I loved these shoes. They're Fluvog shoes, and there's actually kind of a cult following for these type of shoes, for this brand. And so I thought somebody would really want to pick them up, especially when I had them $60 make offer, because that's pretty cheap for Fluvogs. Problem is, okay, so I picked them up off of a curb where someone had a garage sale and they put all their stuff that didn't sell on the curb, and these were really beat up, but still very wearable. And I even thought, well, someone told me that they could probably be cleaned up by like a shoe repairman. And so I took that advice and I took it to them and to have them like shined up and everything. And when they came back, they're basically the same except for shinier. So I spent $10 on these technically, and didn't make a whole lot out of them. Only made $20 profit, and that's not including fees and everything. So so disappointing. I would still pick these up again, any kind of Fluvog, because if you buy Fluvog new, they're like, $200 to $400. They're crazy expensive and very, very cute. Like I said, cult following for these. I don't know. Also, I couldn't figure out a name for these shoes. That's the other thing. I looked and looked, could not find a name for these exact shoes. I called the Fluvog store. The Fluvog website didn't have a phone number that I could call, so I called the shoe store, and they were like, "We don't know, but maybe if you go on this Facebook group, they might be able to show you or tell you." So I put it up there, and people were saying like, "Oh my God, I can't believe someone threw those out. They're freaking out over them." And no one could tell me the name. So I don't know if these are vintage. And I saw another pair on eBay. That was my last try. Saw another pair in better condition than these, and I was like, "Hey, do you know the name of these? I don't see it in your description." And she's like, "Nope, I don't have a name for them." So I don't know what the deal is with these. Like, I don't know how old they were or whatever, but I thought they were super cute, and if they were in my size, I would have totally kept them. But I wear more like a size 6.5 to 7. So anyway, next item. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of ICP, Insane Clown Posse. This is an EP from back in the day, and I actually kind of paid up for this tape. I don't usually like paying this much for them, but I paid like $3.33 for it. Um, sorry, it's my phone going off. So yeah, I paid that much, and with no guarantee that it would sell, but I knew ICP people also cult following, um, a lot of fans, and I knew somebody was gonna want this, especially since it was sealed, except for like maybe a crack and seal opening, it's a rip right there. Um, so I priced it for 25, and it wasn't selling, so I finally dropped it to 20, and it sold the next day. So that was like, I guess, the magic price. So yeah, that was kind of a cool find. You don't really find stuff like this too often. It was a green tape, and that was cool. Alright, next item. This is just a ornament that I had left over from Christmas that no one bought. Didn't sell for a lot, $9 um, with shipping. That was including the shipping. He had lost his tag. It says like Lumpy the Coal right here, or it's supposed to, and that was lost. So I had to sell it for cheap, but eventually it did sell in January. So you never know when somebody will buy these. This was something that I had that I wasn't 100% sure that it worked. It worked for one game. It's an SNES adapter. You can put like PAL games in there, and they should make them work on like a regular SNES. Um, it worked on one game, didn't work on another one. So I wasn't sure if it was the game or if it was the adapter. So I had it up for like $70, kept dropping the price and dropping the price, and then when I eventually put up that, I wasn't sure if it's like 100% working, and nobody was really touching it, probably because of that. They didn't want to take a chance on something so expensive. So dropped it to 35 with free shipping, and it finally sold. I would have just kept dropping the price, I guess, but I was really hoping this would sell at, and I got it for like almost nothing, so it wasn't a big deal. I was really happy to get this price actually. Next thing, this is Yo-Yo Tango. I also paid up for this tape because it was sealed. You don't see Yola Tango cassette tapes very often, especially promotional use only. This is for one of their earlier albums from 1995, and pretty rare. I did not see any other Yola Tango cassette tapes of this album. So, and like the ICP tape, I also had it for 25. I had immediate watchers, and someone from Japan even asked me like, how much would it be to send to them? But since I only do global shipping, I explained it to her, and I guess she didn't want to go through global shipping. So anyway, I knew it would sell. Finally, I dropped the price to 20, hoping it would sell faster, and it did. Sold like in the next couple days. This was kind of a neat item because I got it out of a subscription box that I get. It's called the Nick Box, and they're kind of pricey, but they come with a lot of like really cool items from Nickelodeon's past, such as this piece of the aggro crag. It's from the show Nickelodeon Guts, if you remember that, and it's really neat. I measured this out. It's kind of small, only a few inches. So they knew they weren't getting like a huge one or anything, but it was definitely cool. It's just I don't have a lot of room for stuff to just sit on shelves. I mean, this would have been, I guess, cool to have on a shelf, but it's like I don't know, it just didn't do anything for me. So I put it up for $30, and it sold like within the week. I mean, it sold really quickly. I'm also trying to sell a few more pieces of that box. But nothing sold yet. I'll probably put a few more items just because they were cool items, but like I couldn't use them. Um, but yeah, anything I can't use, I'll throw on eBay. This is not that interesting to me anyway. I bought it at a garage sale for like $1, and I couldn't figure out, for the longest time, I didn't have a great title. I had like half a title. I didn't really know what to call this other than like a tile. Finally, I found some others that were like it, and I basically like copied what they did. And they had put up like Western art, and so I did the same thing. And two backings were missing, so yeah, and that price, maybe it was $2. I don't remember. Um, but so it didn't sell for very much. I'm just glad it did sell because it had sat for a lot of months. This was an experiment. I had a bunch of Mardi Gras beads in a bag, and I was like, I wonder if these will sell on eBay. So I took some of the better ones, like this one that had like a cool medallion on it. And I don't live in New Orleans. I'm in Baton Rouge, and we still have Mardi Gras parades, like pretty big Mardi Gras parades. I can't see Mardi Gras. Today being the last day of Mardi Gras, actually. But I decided to put this up, see how it did. It sold within the hour. I could not believe it sold that quick. I didn't think it would. I'm like, I'm probably dumb for doing this, but I'm just gonna see if I can get rid of them through eBay, because otherwise I'm just gonna give them away. And sold. So not for a lot, but I still made $4, minus some fees. So not bad. Not bad for something I was just gonna give away. This, I don't really know why, but it sat in my store for like 8 months, and it had like 8 watchers on it the entire time. Within 6 to 9 watchers at any given time. And I'm like, why is no one biting? So at first I listed it pretty high because this was a pretty rare set of tarot cards. They were absolutely beautiful, and it came with this cloth in the back where you could put your tarot cards on and play with them. So I thought that it would sell pretty quickly and for a higher price. However, I kept having to drop the price. Finally, it sold for $30 with free shipping. Thankfully, it went medium mail because it was kind of heavy, because it came with a book and everything. Um, but yeah, so tarot cards do pretty well for me. I guess some just do better than others. I really thought this would sell really quickly because of the rarity of it. I learned about these through other YouTube channels. Flip clocks do pretty well. This looked like a mid-century flip clock. It has that lighted dial sticker on it. I also put a video in the description of it, like, making the alarm go off and flipping and stuff. And so I think that helped sell it. I just left it at 40. Took a couple months to sell, but not too long. I guess it took like 3 or 4 months, but I knew it was gonna sell. It had a lot of views on it and stuff, so it was just a matter of waiting. Then this is nothing exciting. This is a retail arbitrage experiment, which hardly ever fares well for me. But yeah, so I sold one finally. I had 2 of them. I bought 4. Sold one at a garage sale. I sold one through like Facebook, and finally sold one through eBay, and I still have one left. I'm hoping that will sell soon. Anyway, so yeah, I basically made like $10 off of this because I had free shipping on it. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. Anyway, last one is this book that they were only 10 cents a piece at a garage sale, and I'm selling them for $10 a piece. There's always been 1 watcher on it. I don't know what they're waiting on, but so yeah, I still have 5 left, 3 sold, so I made $30 off of 80 cents. Not bad, and hopefully eventually I'll sell through them. they sell within like 3 months apart. So I don't mind it. Anyway, that looks to be about it. I didn't sell anything on Amazon. I didn't sell. Sorry about that. Didn't sell anything anywhere else. I am hopefully about to start an Etsy store. So that'll be a new, I guess, experiment. I sell a lot of vintage stuff on there on eBay, so I'm thinking like maybe it'll do just as well or better on Etsy. Um, Another thing is, my car is basically broken down, so I can't really do much sourcing right now or do garage sales, which is a real shame unless it gets fixed by this weekend. So I may be in the market for a new car. Anyway, doesn't matter. You don't want to hear my problems. But I'm just, saying like it may be a while for till I can source again, which is unfortunate. But the good thing is that I have tons of stuff at home I can, put online. So I'm not hurting for stuff at all. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys had a great January and have had great February. Today is February 28th. Yeah, I had a great both months. I thought February was kind of slow at first, but then it kind of kicked in. So I've done well both months. All right. Well, have a great day, and thanks for watching.